Good afternoon, everybody. Gretchen here with Rockin' the Boat Reactions. I'm just going to do a real quick impromptu video. I was this morning going through looking at some of the Ren's posts, noticing his very enlightening, very powerful posts and comments about the UMG music label in particular, but music labels having the power to shut down and get rid of reaction channels on YouTube for copyright strikes. And then a little bit ago, I ran across Fischtank Productions, who's doing a reaction video to a Joe Rogan Experience interview with Oliver Anthony. And I thought, this is all very interesting timing, and it's a very important topic. And I'm hoping that like all of the YouTube reaction channels start doing reaction videos about the topic, because this topic is very important. And so I'm going to get started on that. And I'm going to start out by reading Ren's post and what he said, first of all. So he said, let's get into something. UMG have been recently taking more and more aggressive actions against YouTube reactors for reacting to any music signed under the Universal Music umbrella, which is a heck of a lot of music. That means, in some instances, issuing copyright strikes, shutting channels down where reactors have been reacting to their music. Now, as many of you will know, I've been an active supporter of that community since I noticed a bunch of reactors spreading my music like wildfire a couple of years ago. I wanted to do something to give back, so I worked with my team to ensure that people could react to my music and keep the money from the video rather than demand they pay me for using clips of my work. I get free promo, they get paid for spreading my music, everyone wins. Symbiotic relationship, baby. And so, by the way, it's very easy for any other reaction channels that do Ren, and now Token is doing it, and I think Chris Webby is doing it. I don't know who else has these, that the forms you filled out there, they have them through Airtable, I think it's called. But anyway, it's usually linked onto their bios, whether in their Instagram or their Facebook or YouTube or whatever. You can get a hold of them somehow, and you can get these forms, these copyright release forms, and they're so simple to fill out. You fill out your channel name of your YouTube channel, the contact name for your channel, the primary email, and then the name of the video that you want the copyright release on, and then the link to the video. And that's it, and you submit it, and it's the easiest thing. So they make it so easy. So anybody who's a reaction channel that isn't doing that, and if you're doing artist material that have these things, please start doing that. It'll help yourself. Anyway, continuing on with what Ren had to say in his X post, what UMG is doing is stupid because they're putting profit before common sense, because in the long run, it's better for them that their music is shared around anyway. It's short-sighted greed in favor of actual good business where everyone wins, and a small community of content creators on YouTube get punished and will eventually stop reacting to music through major labels in favor of the independent artists. Which, by the way, is fine, because I would rather promote an independent artist at this point than anyone who's covered under these major labels, because the major labels are being, like he said, very short-sighted and very greedy. And by the way, if they can show us some evidence, some actual hard evidence that they are somehow being monetarily abused or losing profit by reaction channels making videos to bring more promotion and awareness to the artists under their name, then fine. Show me that evidence. Give me real proof that you are monetarily being damaged. Otherwise, what's your problem, you know? Anyway, and then Ren goes on to say, I never knew much about music reactions until I started dropping music, but I came to appreciate what it's like watching someone have a visceral experience to something. It helps you appreciate so many nuances, but most importantly, it connects you to humans and gives you a shared human experience. So if anyone at UMG is reading this, you're only shooting yourselves in the foot for short-term profit over long-term gain. Sort it out, chaps. I mean, just he's always eloquent, he's always brilliant, but that's Ren. Now I'm going to get into watching the Fischtank Productions, his reaction video. So I'm going to be reacting to a reactor reacting to Joe Rogan. All right, hold on just a second though. It's, as you guys, some of you may know, we live in an RV and it's 90 some degrees outside. Our air conditioner is really loud, so I had to shut it off. So I'm gonna turn the air conditioner back on, and if you hear any bunch of noise in the background, I'm gonna try to silence it out, but if you hear roaring noise in the background, it's just my air conditioner so I don't suffocate in my RV, okay? I'll do my best to get the air conditioning noise filtered out. Okay, here we go.
Yo, 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 what up? It's Fischtank, and we back with another video today.
I gotta have my Carmex. Carmex addiction is real, people. But I'm okay with it. Carmex Anonymous, I do not need. I just need my Carmex. All right, let's go.
Video today because we're not going to be doing a reaction. Actually, this is a reaction. We're going to be reacting to Oliver Anthony on Joe Rogan.
And this is also a reaction. This isn't a reaction, but it is a reaction. It's a reaction to Fischtank Productions reacking to Joe Rogan.
You know, I sat down to watch this, and as I got to this segment right here, about an hour in, they're really talking about record labels.
And that is where I shut it off and was like, I'm going to make a reaction video to this reaction video because this is an important and timely topic. Let's go, everybody. All the other reaction channels, let's go. Let's go. Let's get on this.
And how they, you know, they just want to harvest everything from the artist. But here in particular, they started talking about reactors, man. And I really wanted to just stop it and make a video about this section because we've been dealing with this, us as reactors, and especially my channel, you know, getting all these takedown notices for the Morgan Wallen reactions. And anyways, let's just hear what he has to say. All I know is Oliver Anthony is a real one for this. And yeah, let's get into it. Come on.
I'll give you a great example. It's like the only like call out on here that's negative that I'll say at all is that
Oliver Anthony's a real one for this. And yeah, let's get into it. Come on.
I'll give you a great example. It's like the only like call out on here that's negative that I'll say at all is that just to show like how stuck in the mud the industry is and how much I think it's going to change in the near future is leading up to the Scornful release, me and Draven had went back and found about 30 or 40 people who just without us even knowing who they were, made the Richmond reaction videos, and they were a big part of the push of it, especially long term. You know, like
I feel like I was part of that movement too because Oliver Anthony had reached out to me and we had talked about this. So yeah,
people on TikTok and stuff that had made these videos, and so I own 100% of my publishing, you know, all the music's mine. Thankfully, I have my own label technically that collects the money, but you have to use a publishing administration deal in order to collect money like overseas. I don't know if you're familiar, if it's the same in comedy, but like, yeah, most any musician, whether you're independent or you're with somebody, you have to have some kind of pub admin, and it's basically somebody that goes and helps you collect publishing money from overseas.
So that's interesting because even as a United States independent artist, you still have to use somebody if you are going to collect any profit from out of the United States or overseas. So that's interesting. Didn't know that. I mean, you can be independent, but you're still dependent. Let's see what Fischtank Pro has to say.
The way I understand, like all these obscure places that money exists.
Yeah, and another way to say it, you basically have to take your music and you give it to a distributor, and then your distributor puts that music on, you know, all the different platforms, and they're the ones that collect the royalties for you, you know. So
Warner Chappell does it for me for 9%, right? So they go collect all the stuff, they keep 9% of it. They're the same to me as if I had a commercial landscaping company managing a property for me. So all I asked them to do was, hey, Warner Chappell, this 6-foot square of grass where all these reaction videos exist, just please whitelist these people so they don't get copyrighted. I want them to actually make the money they make on the Scornful.
So it'll be interesting to see what comes up
videos, you know?
This conversation, because if it's a positive outcome, I mean, it seems like it would be pretty easy for other artists to just do the same thing because it seems so common sense. It seems nonsensical to punish YouTube reaction channels for giving essentially free promotion to your artists, to their music, because people that follow that artist aren't necessarily going to always be in their own little bubble. And there's going to be a reaction channel that someone stumbles upon and they like the Reactor, and so they might start watching other videos that they have reacted to, and they might start getting into other artists and other music that they never had been introduced to before they started watching a reaction channel. So why would you want to punish a reaction channel when there's reaction channels who are huge? We're teeny tiny and there's probably nobody going to watch this video anyway, but there's reaction channels who have huge followings, and they're bringing in new fans for your artists. So people that had never been introduced to your recording artist or their music before. So why would you want to punish that? Okay, going on.
Like,
That's so awesome.
I don't feel right if they're going to go and make a Scornful Woman reaction video or play drums over it or whatever. I don't want to take 50% of what, you know what I mean? Just don't copy, just whitelist them. And it should have been, okay, great, good idea, you know?
First off, before it gets into farther, like what they respond with, I just want to say, Oliver, Anthony, thank you for this. This is huge, man. Like, because I truly believe, like, us as a reaction community, we are an incredible tool for any artist or label to promote music, man. We're always like, I have 150,000 subscribers, and not all of them listen to everything that I listen to, but every now and then I'll put a group of people onto something new that they had never heard before. And so it's like, and this is free. We're not asking for money up front or anything. This is like 100% free. So why wouldn't you want to have people share the music? It never made sense to me. Anyways, let's go.
Them to actually make the money they make on the Scornful reaction videos, you know? Like, I don't feel right if they're going to go and make a Scornful Woman reaction video or play drums over it or whatever. I don't want to take 50% of what, you know what I mean? Just don't copy, just whitelist them. And it should have been, okay, great, good idea, you know? Instead, they just said, we can't do that, but it's for your protection.
Yeah, that's BS. They can do that. They can do that.
So
because they wanted the money.
So
did they get a percentage, or are they on a how do they get paid?
Okay, so that's incredibly disappointing. Are you kidding me? Guys, man, I really hope that other reaction channels do what I'm doing here, and we start reacting to each other and getting this word out there, because this is nonsense. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. I would understand, like I said, if a label company can show me that they are actually having some kind of a monetary loss because of reaction channels, then you know, I would understand. But you got to show it. You got to prove it in your numbers that you're actually losing money since reaction channels have begun and since they've grown in popularity. My guess is that their financial charts probably look better since reaction channels have become bigger. I'm guessing that they've sold more streams, more videos have been streamed, more songs have been streamed, more albums have been sold since reaction channels have come to life. Show me the proof. Show me the money. I don't buy it. I don't buy it that they would be getting hurt, and that's why that anybody needs to protect anyone. I wouldn't buy it. Anyway,
they take 9% off of what I get.
They don't want. But
and 9% of what we're doing, like, it's nothing. That is like just such a small amount.
But I tried to explain to them, well, no, like, in the business sense, I even counter-argued them, and I was like, well, let's think about it in the business sense. This little bit of money, right, that you're not going to collect off these reaction videos will generate who knows how much traffic to the music, which is worth the money you really want. And it shouldn't matter anyway. It's not their shit to decide on. It's mine. It's the same thing as if I hired a guy to cut the grass.
Because remember, he is talking as a United States independent artist. He himself, what he's dealing with is the promo people that he's trying to get the publishing money from for his overseas stuff. He's not talking about the United States income and traffic. So keep that in mind. He is an independent artist, and he does have control over his own stuff, yet he doesn't when it comes to this particular thing. Anyway.
At my commercial property and said, don't cut the 6-foot square, and they're like, no, we're cutting it. We're cutting all the grass, and it's for your. So I had to get my attorney involved and spend like $4,000. and they whitelisted them for 30 days. And so I'm like, okay, like that's why all of you industry people are like, so, you know, it's like, that's why this is happening. That's why it's like, I don't know, just.
So he said right there that it's getting whitelisted for 30 days. Yeah, I don't know. I did a reaction to Scornful Woman. Right now it's being.
I wonder, this video for Joe Rogan was put out a week ago. I wonder how long ago that 30 days started for the whitelisting. Like, I have no idea. Let's see if they say.
Monetized, but all of my Oliver Anthony videos are being monetized, and some of them have been up there for over a year. So, hey, I'll take the 30 days too, because that's where like the bulk of the views come from anyways. And literally, like he said, like the little bit of money that you're not going to be making from these reactors is so much less than the new volume and traffic that you're going to get on these streaming platforms.
So for instance, you know, we're a really small and new, we've only been doing reaction videos since March 14th of 2025. So just over 3 months. We've barely been monetized. We haven't even earned enough to get our first checks. You have to have earned. We put it where you earn $100 and then they cut you your first check. Well, we're not even there yet. So we haven't even actually gotten anything monetized, but like per video, even some of our best videos, we're at like maybe $5. So if they want 9% of $5, they can have their 45 cents. You know, like you can have that 45 cents, whatever. Is it really going to break your bank if you don't get my 45 cents? Anyway, but again, I'm a little guy.
And everything else, like you're basically just letting somebody promote for free to bring in. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like, what if you're like, if my band was playing a show somewhere and then somebody was like, hey, I'll take the time and I'll go around town and I'll post 5,000 flyers on every single light pole for you throughout the entire town for free. I'd be like, dude, that's awesome. What the heck, bro? I don't understand it. And I really appreciate Oliver Anthony saying this, man. And it's you find this a lot in a lot of independent artists, like Ryan Upchurch. He lets people react to his music with no copyright claims. Ren, he's another big one. There's a lot of them out there, you know. A lot of independent artists. Tom McDonald, I believe Dax. Like there's a lot of artists out there that are independent that let you react to their music because they see the importance of it. Come on. I like this analogy that he said too with the cutting the grass. Yeah, because imagine if you just called like a lawn cutting company over to your place and you're like, hey, don't cut this little section for me. They're going to be like, okay, they might think that's weird or something, but yeah, like, come on, this is your music. You call the shots.
So,
and they get a percentage, or are they on a how do they get paid?
Well, they take 9% off of business sense. I even counter-argued them, and I was like, well, let's think about it in the business sense. This little bit of money, right, that you're not going to collect off these reaction videos will generate who knows how much traffic to the music, which is worth the money you really want. And it shouldn't matter anyway. It's not their shit to decide on. It's mine. It's the same thing as if I hired a guy to cut the grass at my commercial property and said, don't cut the 6-foot square. And they're like, no, we're cutting it. We're cutting all the grass, and it's for your. So I had to get my attorney involved and spend like $4,000. And they whitelisted them for 30 days. And so I'm like, okay, like that's why all of you industry people are like, so, you know, it's like, that's why this is happening. That's why it's like, I don't know, just they don't care at all about the little guy or the people who are like doing all the work. I just picture all these like stinky librarian type old people sitting around a table like, and they can make all.
They don't understand the importance of reaction channels.
All this money and make all these horrible decisions and pour all these millions of dollars into songs that don't work, and it doesn't matter because it's just like it's not there. They don't care. They're getting their big salary and
like, dude, look at it this way: like, who the heck is watching MTV News? It doesn't exist anymore. So what do? This whole new wave of things is like everything's changing. We go to YouTube for everything. We go to YouTube for a review on a car that we want to buy, or we go to YouTube for a review on a.
Like I said, I would like to see these companies, record label companies, financial statements to see what kind of monetary damage that themselves or their artists have had financially since the reaction channels on YouTube have exploded. And that's got to be what, the last 3-4 years that it's really exploded. Show me some financial statements. Show me the proof that you are being financially harmed, and then, you know, I'll buy it. But until then, until I see your finances, how about you just let us all eat, right? Just let us all eat.
A guitar or an amplifier, like almost all this equipment that you see in my studio, I have probably gone online and watched a review of it and watched people playing it to see if it's something that I would really be interested in. And it's no different with music. We are literally just showing you the song. We're showing you our excitement for the song. And you know, someone like me, I like breaking down the lyrics so people can help better understand it. And I like showing you how to play it on guitar. It's just, I'm just adding some value to this product that you're.
I am not instrumental or musical in any way. I love a lyrical analysis, though. That's my thing. I love analyzing lyrics. I love delving into that, but I have not a musical bone in my body otherwise, so kudos to him for the breaking stuff down on the guitar, and I can see why he's got such a big following, because that's awesome.
Putting out.
So yeah, it's just even in the most minuscule relationships I've had in Nashville, I get resistance and pushback, and like it's I don't know, like why wouldn't they want me to whitelist those 30 people? It's just little stupid stuff like that I've constantly dealt with. So I've just decided now, like I just don't want to do anything in the music. Like I don't even need to be in the music business, like in that sense, you know. I write my songs, I record them, I go do my shows, and
this is
have
awesome.
fun. But I don't even need to follow any of the model of what like a traditional musician, artist person would have done.
We need more of this.
And let me tell you something. What I believe that Ren is developing the model for independent artists. That's the way I feel about it. He's very smart. He's very thoughtful about the way he approaches it. He takes his time in releasing his music, not just because of his health, but because, well, I mean, a big part because of his health, but also because he is his own manager. He is in charge of how much time is between the release of his material, when a video drops, after maybe he'll drop the lyrical version first and then the music video will drop, and then how much time between that and the next one. Like, he's the one who gets to call those shots, not some record label or some executive who thinks that they have this business model that works universally. And in my opinion, the way Ren has handled this and the way that he has allowed reaction channels to assist him in growing since he even discovered reaction channels a couple of years ago, it really connected with him personally because he enjoyed watching other people get that experience for the first time of the material. And that's the model. The Ren model is what needs to be used by independent artists. Like we just named it, guys. It's the Ren model. Let's go.
Going on right now in the music industry. Damn.
You definitely don't need
10
to
years
financially.
ago, you know.
You don't need to do it that way. It's not necessary. And you have the right mindset, is that all those reaction videos will just get more people to listen to your music. It's
Bada bing, bada boom. That's what it comes down to, man, is like we are literally just promoting the music, and someone like Oliver Anthony sees the importance of that. Damn.
That's fact.
But those people were like real fans who went and did it not because they were trying to get traffic or money or whatever. They just liked it and wanted to push it. And so the least I can do is not take 50% of their stuff. And like, it just, but isn't that crazy that it's like there's nobody's ever done that, I guess, like before. They were just
well, I mean, there's other independent artists that do that, but like no one fighting the mainstream about it. You know what I mean? Oh. Dude, I remember, like he said right there, people were just enjoying it and like doing it. I remember when I reacted to Richmond, north of Richmond, I think it only had like maybe 20,000 views on it or something. I did my reaction, and then like the next day that video blew up, and then his video blew up, and I feel like I had a little bit of a part in helping that video get big. I'm not a major part, but I feel like I had a little part in that, and it felt good. And I didn't ask for anything. I was just actually thankful that the video I was making was being monetized, man. This is awesome. We just need more artists to stand up like this and be more vocal about it. And like I said, there's other artists that are vocal about it. Upchurch being one of them, Rin being another one. I really appreciate those guys for always letting me react to their music, man. So I think that's about them ending the segment there. But
acting like that was just the craziest thing in the world. So I ended up releasing this Scornful song through a company called Sound On, which is like the music distribution side of TikTok, which seems like something I would never want to do, but they give me the flexibility to go and do all that. They don't care because they're not music industry people. They're just social media people. So
correct. And the social media people realize that they know the value of social media and the value of influencing. Man, this is awesome. I was just so happy to.
It's really ultimately going to change the entire face of music promotion and publishing companies, or not publishing. Well, I guess promotion companies, but it's just things evolve. It's from the beginning of time. Things evolve. And this is just another evolution of YouTube reaction channels that hopefully is going to sway in the favor of us being able to continue to do what we do and what we love doing, but with less hassle. So come on, you guys, let's go. Let's get this going.
See this little segment here on Joe Rogan, and I would also, me personally, I would like to thank Oliver Anthony just for showing love like this, man. And like I said, there's other artists too that really show love to the reaction community, and I just appreciate all of them. So I thought I would share this with you guys today because y'all know I've been dealing with takedown notices from UMG over the Morgan Wallen reactions, which all I'm really doing is telling you guys what the lyrics mean and how to play the song on the guitar. What's wrong with that? Anyways, hey, I hope y'all enjoyed that little segment, and I'm gonna finish watching this. I recommend you guys watch this podcast here because this was so far I'm like an hour and a half into it, and I think this is a really, really good podcast. It's been really great from the beginning, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all know what it is. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
All right, so that's it for the reaction to the reaction. And again, guys, I just wanted to just jump on here and just make this video real quick because I just thought it was really interesting timing. It's all something that is a change that needs to happen. So let's get going, guys. Let's other reactors react to this stuff, and let's get rolling. And in the meantime, here is our sign off.
Whatever. Goodbye.
Have a great day.
We better just end this one.
Everybody, have a great day. Smile and
You know
make
what?
somebody else's day a little bit brighter.
Normally I'd say that, but if you're a Steeler,